Alright, hey guys, so today I wanted to do a look for you using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette. This is ABH's new palette for holiday. It is limited edition. I'm personally like obsessed with this palette. I think that the colors inside of it are beautiful. You do have like some kind of crazier shades going on in there, but I mean, you could create so many different looks. Like with this, I've done a lot of different looks using like these brighter colors. I love this Lure color right here just to kind of like buff into my crease and pop a big wing on. Something like really kind of cool toned, easy, really pretty. I think that this palette can be a little bit intimidating because it does have some of those more unique colors in it. So I wanted to do something that's a little bit more classic, a little bit more wearable today. So I just did a warm kind of orangey, shimmery halo eye. It was actually really easy to create. A halo eye is like one of those things that looks really, really pretty and looks like you spent a ton of time doing your makeup, but like really I just like buffed everything everywhere and pat some shimmer on the lid, and I think that it looks really pretty. I love, love, love the shimmers in this palette. They blend beautifully. You can seriously get like some intensity with these colors. And I haven't really played with a lot of these warmer colors in the palette yet, so I kind of wanted to play with those today. Mattes in this palette are awesome. I know that a lot of people kind of have a bad taste in their mouth from the Subculture palette, but this one is nothing like that. This reminds me much more of the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia, the Mario palette. It's definitely more along those lines. So I had a really easy time working with it. Yeah. So before we get into the video, make sure that you give this video a like, subscribe to my channel. That way you'll be notified of every time that I post on YouTube. Follow me on all my social medias. Those are all linked below. Yeah, and if you want to see how I got this eye look, just keep on watching. Thanks! Okay, so I'm starting off here with my eyebrows done and my eyes primed. And then I'm just going to take my Prism palette and a fluffy Wet n Wild blending brush. And I'm going to dip into the shade Unity in the palette. That one is kind of a lighter, kind of fleshy tone color on me. So I'm really just going to take that color and really, really build it up in my upper crease area and in the transition area of the eye. Okay, so now taking a Morphe M441 blending brush, I'm going to take my palette and I'm going to go into the shade Eden from the palette. And I'm going to start working this color into my inner crease area, a little bit into the inner portion of the eye, and kind of start smoking out that outer corner as well. And then I'm going to grab a clean M441 brush and I'm going to go into the shade Saturn from the palette. That color I'm going to start working really into that inner crease area, the inner eye, and really on that outer corner area so I can really kind of start building up that pigment, and we can really kind of start creating that halo eye effect that we're going for today.
And I know they're just fragments of a world where your absence all I get to see.
And then going back into that shade Unity, I'm just going back over everything, just making sure that my edges are going to be blended out nicely. I like to do this a few times just to make sure everything looks nice. So I'm taking my finger and I'm going into the shade Eternal in the palette, and I'm going to start packing that color on the center of the lid. And then right here, I'm taking that M441 brush and the shade Saturn again from the palette, and I'm really just kind of blending out the edges where I put that shimmery shade. And then I didn't really feel like the color was as vibrant as I wanted it to be, so I took a little bit of setting spray and a flat shader brush, and I went back in with that Eternal color. And then again, just kind of blending out those edges with that Saturn shade. Okay, so then I didn't really feel like the Eternal shade was popping on the lids quite like I wanted it to. I think everything was just getting a little too orangey. So I dipped into the shade Pyramid and I popped that on the very, very center of my lid. And then right here you can see I'm just kind of taking my pinky and I'm blending that color out with the Eternal shade. I went ahead and did all my face makeup and everything off camera, and then I'm taking a little ABH brush. I'm pretty sure this is actually the one that came in the palette, and I'm just taking the dense side from that and I'm blending a little bit of the shade Eden on my lower lash line so we can kind of start smoking that out. And then here I'm taking a little bit more of that Saturn shade just to kind of intensify that orangey color. I'm using a little bit of a Marc Jacobs mascara that I got in my Sephora Play box. And just popping that on the lower lash line here, and then I'm going to put a little bit on my upper lashes too, just to kind of blend in those lashes. And right in my inner corner, I'm going to use a little bit of that Lucid shade from the palette just to kind of top everything off. Alright, and then just to finish the look up, I'm going in with my Dose of Colors X Desi X Katy liquid lipstick in the shade Savauge. This is the most beautiful, deep, ox bloody red fall vibes color ever. Okay. So that was it for the look today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Any details of my face makeup are going to be linked down below. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, like it, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on all my social media because there will be more to come. Bye!